Hey everybody, how's it going? I have never actually done a video on my daily driver before, but I figured since people have inquired about it, a couple people, and actually I'm kind of growing a little bit more fonder of this car as time goes along. Anyway, she's a 2015 Chrysler 200 Limited. I bought her at the Chrysler dealership in 2016 with 44,000 miles on her. Me and her have been all over Nashville, all over Middle Tennessee. I've driven her to Missouri a couple of times, and I'm getting ready to drive her to Missouri again this next week to go visit my parents. She's been a reliable car for me. She's had a few quirks, like I had to replace the battery in her about 6 months after I bought her, which was a total disaster because I had a couple of friends come over and replace the battery, and it ended up being that the computer had to be hooked up before the battery could be replaced. So I ended up having to tow the car to the dealership after the battery was replaced because everything went haywire and they had to reprogram the computer. So it ended up costing me a little over $200. And in 2019, October 2019, the battery went bad again. So this time I took it to a shop and they charged me $250 to replace the battery again. So I have never had to replace batteries in a car like this soon, especially after owning a car for 4 years. The Kia I had before this one, I never had to replace the battery in it at all. But I mean, you win some, you lose some, I guess. But anyway, she's been a good car. I've had to replace headlight bulbs, I think, 4 times. I had to replace one taillight bulb. Just got through putting a new set of tires on her back in May. Of course, I've had to put tires on her off and on because of Nashville roads. This entire side over here has been painted before because I got sideswiped in my apartment complex by when I was parked. Right now she's sitting at 144,000 miles. I don't know if anybody can see that. Let me do it this way. It's not focusing very well, but anyway, yeah, she's got a few Hello Kitty items on her. Anyway, she's been driven quite a bit. Like I said, I put 100,000 miles on her in 4 years. Honestly, the more miles I put on this car, the more fonder I'm getting of it because it's been so reliable for me. Knock on wood, I'm knocking on my own head. But she has a few cosmetic flaws, which of course come with age. Front windshield is cracked on the passenger side, and I think this happened at work recently. I just haven't had time to touch it up, and I think the touch-up paint I got from the dealership when I got the car is pretty much dried out. But yeah, the windshield is cracked right here, if you can see it. Unfortunately, I was going to take part of my stimulus money and get the windshield fixed, but I ended up having to cover my ex-roommate's rent, so that really did not happen. And when I got paid back, I just put the money towards other things that were more important. But anyway, that's neither here or there. The place I had the tires put on before messed up one of the tire sensors, so I gotta get that fixed. But all in all, she's still looks good. A couple of years ago, I had this front license plate put on, and then I was at a Thornton's gas station in Antioch, and I bumped the hole there and bent the license plate, and looks like somebody or something has tried to finish it off. But anyway, she's a daily driver. Can't complain. Air blows ice cold. I've put one coat of wax on her in the last 4 years. I have not waxed her religiously like some people do. I mean, I try to wash her at least once, twice a week. if possible, weather permitting. I've been using that Turtle Wax spray and wax, the wet, when your car gets wet, you spray it on there after you wash it and then wipe it down. I've been using that, and I've been using some other things to keep it looking shiny and nice, and I just haven't really felt the need or the need to put another coat of wax on it since, because it still looks good and still looks presentable. And frankly, to be honest with you, this big guy can't handle the heat like he used to, so I have to be careful. But yeah, me and this car have been around the block a few times, and I plan on keeping her. I don't plan on getting rid of her anytime soon, because the more I drive her, the more I appreciate her. So anyway, this is my daily driver, so I figured y'all would like to know. But anyway, y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.